this evening. So welcome, everybody. So I'm Geraldine. I'm the co-founder of Go Master Coach. I'm a PCC coach and a Gallup Strengths coach. I'm based in Singapore. I've been here for 10 years. I'm French. I used to work in the finance industry before discovering coaching and deciding to become a full-time coach and a personal trainer to help people be mentally, emotionally, and physically aligned. I saw the impact of coaching and I wanted to do more. And I decided with Lily to create Go Master Coach to train people to become coaches and also to equip people with the right set of tools in the coaching platform. I will show you the coaching platform later on. So this is myself. Lily is also a PCC and NLP coach. She worked in the finance and tech industry, and she has a master. She has 3 masters from 3 continents, which is pretty cool to say. And Kaniki, Vivian, would you mind sharing who you are?
Yeah, I can go ahead first. So my name is Kaniki. I am a mother of 2 boys. One is 14, one is 9. Happy wife. We just moved to Canada last year, a year ago. Moved from Singapore where I met Fung and Geraldine in person when I was going through the program with her. And professionally, I'm also an international service. I'm a coach with the International Coaching Federation, but my passion has stemmed from understanding people. So I've done lots of different certifications using psychometric assessments. I'm a certified practitioner with Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. Then I went on discovering DISC with Thomas PPA. Then I went with a Gallup Strength Finder, and it just completely turned my world upside down and impacted my coaching approach and style, where I help my coachees to look at the problem and the goals, identifying what works best for them. Just because I want to be as successful as Geraldine doesn't mean I have to clone myself to become Geraldine, right? But focusing on what I want to achieve, I find what's my secret DNA, what's that unique weapon of mine that helps me to get to where I want to get. So that's my approach in coaching. And then another passion that I have was exploring neurolinguistic programming. So studying the brain, the heart and soul, and how it all impacts us as human beings. So I've got certification in there too. Very, very excited to share that knowledge. And in terms of my professional background, I've been heavily working in the area of learning and development, leadership development, and that's where I'm doing now my job here. So for those of you who are from Canada, you probably know Vancouver Coastal Health, one of the biggest health authorities in this province. So where I really focus on leadership development for medical stuff. Okay, I can talk. Vivian, over to you.
Well, you're a bit hard act to follow, but I'm Vivian Nazari. I'm also an ICF certified coach. I'm a PCC, and I have 3 children, all 3 at university. So I'm in that kind of in between stage of, kids are in, but also out of the house. But my road to coaching was a little bit different. What I loved about my experiences with coaching, what I loved about it was the way that coaching meets people where they are. And, the concept of being enough as you are, where you are, and moving forward with that. And the more I learned about coaching, the more I loved the modality. And my coaching really focuses on transitions, in the sense that every big transition that we go through, it impacts our sense of self, our sense of where we fit in the new order of things. I myself have bounced around a little bit around the world, lots of personal transitions, and I feel that also adds a lot of beautiful layers to all of us. We bring so much to the space. In my previous life, I was I'm a retired dentist and public health professional, so I bring the scientific approach. I'm really keen on, a bit like Annika, combining the head, the heart, the body, the soul all together in a very holistic way. And I've previously worked on designing educational programs, so I'm very excited to be part of this expansion. I'm also an alumni of the Go Master Coach program, and I believe very strongly in the platform, which is why I'm super excited to be part of the expansion.
Thank you very much, Vivian. Fong, how about you?
So hi everyone, really glad to see you guys here. It's very early where I am right now, so yeah. So I am Rico Master Coach as the program coordinator, and I am also an ICF coach. I hold the ACC credentials. So I used to be based in the US, in Boston and in Kingston in Canada, but now I'm back home in Vietnam. So I was coached quite a lot back in Canada, and I saw the impact of it. And then I met Jordan in Singapore, and I'm like, that is what I want to do, continue doing and making positive impacts. And I think that is a pretty cool thing to do as well. Like you get to learn and meet so many amazing people and also learn a lot about yourself as well. So what I do here is that I will help you onboard to the program and support you throughout the training process. And when you apply for the ICF, like you can go to me and I can help you with your application and with also with your exam. So yeah, great to see you guys here.
Thank you very much, Fong. Okay, so we are very lucky to have amazing trainers, coaches, experts, and you will have the chance to learn from each of us during the training, and we'll have the chance to learn from you as well, as we strongly believe coaching is really about sharing expertise, and we'll make sure we leverage the collective intelligence that is in the cohort that you will join. So now, what are we focusing on today? We will first share how to become an associate certified coach with the International Coaching Federation and how long it takes. We'll then share what's included in your package. We'll focus on the content. We'll share who is this program for. Is it for you? And how to start your practice as an independent coach, or maybe as a leader, maybe as an HR practitioner, and why you should choose Go Master Coach if you still have some doubts at this stage of the conversation. All right, how to become an ACC and how long does it take? So it's not always easy to understand the requirements from ICF. And very often people arrive and say, I'm overwhelmed. So we have tried to simplify it as much as possible and to break down the process for you to really understand what it takes. All right, so the first step is for you to do 60 hours of training. I will cover after how there's different options, online, in person in Singapore, or hybrid. 60 hours of training. So you can do that with Go Master Coach. You have to do 100 hours of coaching practice. It's important to apply your skills from the very beginning of the training. You might start with the people in your cohort. You can start as well with your network, with your colleagues if you work. But don't worry if you don't have enough people to coach. We're here for you. We have networks of coaches willing to do reciprocal practice. Okay. The third requirement is to get mentored. You will be mentored by a mentor coach for 10 hours. 7 hours are in group. It's going to be a mentoring supervision session. It's very impactful and very useful. And 3 hours will be one-on-one with a mentor coach who will assess your coaching competencies based on the ICF framework and make sure that you develop the right set of skills to become an impactful coach. As part of your mentoring, you will have to submit number 4, a recording of you coaching someone. Your mentor will review, listen, assess the recording and the transcript, and give you feedback and make sure you have reached the right level of competencies. And last but not least, to become ACC, you have to complete a final exam from ICF. We will help you, prepare you to succeed. This exam is a 3-hour exam, and you have two options. You can either do it online and with a proctor, or you can go to a test center. And I'm sure there's plenty of them in America, in Canada, in the US. There's 4 in Singapore. So you have the choice, and you can decide the date once you've received the validation from ICF. Any comments, Kaniki? You want to share anything on that or anything?
No, I think does everybody knows what ICF is? Just to confirm, you can put it in the chat, or you can use the reactions like yes, no.
Yeah, it's a good, you can remind, indeed, it's a good point. Huh? I tend to assume.
Because me personally, when I first started Go Master coaching as well, I was very much around, okay, I need to get proper, globally recognized qualification in coaching. And ICF is that one global body that is recognizable worldwide that sets certain standards. When you become a coach of ICF, means you know what you're doing, you comply to certain code of ethics, you demonstrate certain level of expertise to call yourself a coach. And I think this is very key. So when I came to Go Master Coaching, I said, okay, tell me about ICF and tell me how can I become a member of ICF. And that was very important. So what Geraldine showed, it could be, it might seem a bit complicated, but once you start the program, we will be holding your hand in hand together with you, and we'll be showing you where you are now in terms of the progress, how much more you need to get there. If you have any questions, so we'll be there throughout the whole program from the day you started until you become an ICF coach. Because I was messaging Geraldine like, oh, I need to prepare for my exam. I'm so stressed. And like she would follow up and I would have questions. Everything needs preparation, it needs intention. But throughout this whole program, we can reassure you that if at any time you feel like you're lost, you're confused, you need some clarification, we'll be here for you.
Thank you, Kaniki. Viviane, you want to add something?
And we are easy to get hold of. I'm on the East Coast. I'm based in Washington, D.C. Kaniki is on the West Coast. And so between us, we are able to cover a number of time zones. So, you know, if you can't reach one of us, the other will gladly step in to offer as much support as we possibly can.
It's a 24-hour service. What else can you ask? So yeah, we will help you along the way. So don't worry, we're here for the training. We're here until you get your ACC and beyond as well. And I'll share a bit more about that. It's not only, we don't say bye once you're certified, we just here, it's a community, and you can see Viviane and Kaniki years after. So it's good to be part of this growing community. This is for ACC, so this is the first level of credentials from ICF. It means Associate Certified Coach. We can also help you get your PCC, Professional Certified Coach. You need 125 hours of training, 500 hours of coaching, 10 hours of mentoring, 2 recordings, and the same exam. If you want to know more about that, I'm happy to share in a separate call. But we also have level 2. Level 1 is mainly for ICC, and level 2 is mainly for PCC. Now, any questions on that before I move to the next slide? So what's included in the program? So we have 3 options: in person in Singapore, online, and a hybrid for those of you who are in Singapore but want the flexibility to do it as well online with this amazing experts and trainers. So option 1 in Singapore, we start on February 22nd. There's 2 days, full days, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. In February, 2 days in March, 1 day in April. And this is in Huone Clarke Quay. So you will have a bit of homework in between the modules, and there will be a bit of self-study. You will have to watch some recorded sessions. What you get on top, 10 hours of mentoring, as mentioned before. You will have access to the cohort, the practice. We will help you prepare for the exam, and you get access to our unique toolbox. So that's for option 1. Option 2. And this is the online version. We are starting in February, and you have 2 options depending on where you're based. If you're based in Americas, you might want to take the second slot, 4 p.m. Pacific Daytime and 7 p.m. EDT, Eastern Daylight Time, which is 8 a.m. Singapore time. You can also join if you're in Asia. Okay. Otherwise, if you prefer, we also have another slot which is not US friendly. Although Viviane woke up at 4 a.m., I think, in the morning in the US when she did it. So you can still do it. Yeah, Viviane, you want to share?
Yes, I did. And I feel like this speaks a lot to the program. You know, all of us, we research, we decide we want a program, and then it's a matter of whether or not we stick with something, really. And so I stuck with it. I would wake up I'm not a morning person. I would wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, my time, in the dead of winter, and do the classes and do the live classes. So that's how strongly I believe in and appreciate the program that's here.
Thank you, Viviane. So we had many requests to launch a program with more friendly timing. So we decided with Viviane and Kaniki to launch this program online focused on the US time zone. And you will have the chance to have Viviane based in Washington, Kaniki based in Vancouver, who will be there for you if you are based around there. Okay, so that's the option 2 online. I can share the platform, how it looks like, how you will register, how you can follow the sessions online. Okay, so benefits, additional benefits are the same, so I won't cover that again. Any questions on this part? Okay. So this slide is to show you, so you will get access to peer coaching networks. In our networks, we have people from Ghost Master Coach, but not only, we welcome people from other schools because we value diversity and different perspectives. So you can practice with people from all around the world from different schools. We have WhatsApp groups, LinkedIn groups, and we have 3 different levels, people practicing to become ACC, to become PCC, and also to become MCC. Okay. Now,
Geraldine, can I
yes.
just mention on what you said as a alumni who've gone through the program, what I appreciated after completing the program, you know, once you start coaching, you need to put it into practice. And the first time you're doing it, you're not sure if you're doing it right way. And you need some sort of just talk it through with somebody who's gone through the same path or who's experiencing the same thing. So those Zoom calls that set up for alumni to catch up on a regular basis, it's an opportunity to come into the call and say, hey, everybody, you know, I struggled. I had this specific client and the request was this, but I got stuck. I don't know how to go about it. And then we have a conversation and then people say, oh, have you thought about this? And have you thought about that? Or I had this similar client and this is what has worked for me. So it's such an amazing opportunity to leverage off each other's experiences when you start coaching for the first time and you're not really sure if this is the right way or how to go about it. So you are not alone. And I think this is the best part where you can you know there's a community behind you that you can reach out for help.
Thank you, Kaniki, for sharing your experience. Community is very important indeed. Coaching can be a lonely business. It's very important to develop your ecosystem, starting with your peers, partners, clients, associations. So very important, and will help you do that. Okay, so what's the content? The content in person and online is the same. It's just broken down differently. So I will go through the 3 modules so that you understand how it is structured, and then we will show you a short demo of the platform. So the first module focuses on what is coaching and what it is not. Many people join the program and they think they will learn mentoring until they realize this is not about mentoring, it's about coaching, which is a totally different posture. And by the way, this will be your most difficult challenge to shift from a mentoring mindset to a coaching mindset. And we'll share many tips and techniques to accelerate your learning journey. So what is coaching, what it is not? We'll share neuroscience principles to explain how it works and why it works. We'll introduce NLP, so we have experts today, neuro-linguistic programming, a very, very powerful approach to transformation. We'll cover the ICF framework, with 8 core competencies: how to establish the agreement, create trust, listen actively, powerful questioning. We'll share about the most famous coaching model, and you will practice with this model. And last but not least, and whether you do it in person or online, you will be coached. Because if you want to be a great coach, you have to coach yourself. You have to know yourself very well. And that's really important. You have to walk the talk. Your first client will be yourself. As a coach, you will use all the techniques on yourself, and you will be coached as well by your peers and by ourselves through the training. And how do we do that? So we have the chance to have a coaching toolbox that we have developed to elevate your experience. And we will onboard you on this toolbox, and you will have to do some assessments, starting with a 360-degree assessment, where you will have to ask feedback from people around you through a questionnaire, very simple one. And you will have to do some psychometric assessments as well. And we'll teach you how to understand and debrief them. Okay, so that's a very important part of our philosophy and the way we train. We train the way we coach. Okay, module 2 is, Vivian, go ahead.
And that is one of the first tenets of coaching in general, but certainly with the ICF code of ethics and code of conduct, is that you have to have a coaching mindset. And first and foremost, you need to know yourself. If you don't know yourself, if you have no self-awareness, you're not able to suspend your judgment and your biases. And so you're not going to be able to serve your clients in the way that they need. And so this is why these tools, to put yourself through the tool will give you what you need in order to stand tall and be comfortable in your skin as you're offering support and coaching to your clients.
Yes, I love the way you share that. Stand tall, indeed, and will help you develop this confidence as a coach, but also as an individual. And many people join the program to develop coaching skills, but and to get a certification. But very often, one of the most values they get is really about themselves, knowing their strengths, developing, getting confidence to be who they want to be. So, Kaniki, go ahead.
Sorry, I like just to build slightly on this, again, going back to my strength philosophy. that a great coach does not necessarily have to fit certain criteria, right? And as we go through the program, you will, as you get to know yourself better, you will figure what's the approach that's most natural and most powerful to you that will make you a coach. Some of the coaches are very outspoken and this way. Some of the coaches are very analytical. Some of the coaches are focusing on this. Some of the coaches are focusing on that. So there's no one size fits all approach. And by the end of this program, you will find out what's the approach that's most natural to you that will make you a unique but very special coach.
Thank you, Kaniki. That's a very important point indeed. So we'll help you understand your values, your strengths, your beliefs, your biases as well, your blind spots as well. And as mentioned by Kaniki, this is very important for you to develop your uniqueness, to understand it and to develop it, and also to build your brand around that. And as a coach, if you want to stand out, it's important to be very clear on who you are and who you want to help. And this is part of the process as well. And we'll work a bit on the personal branding and also the niche part. We'll start from module 2, where we help you design your program, your signature program. And as mentioned by Kaniki, and very often people ask this question, so it's a very relevant one. What makes a great coach? And I think there's no short answers, but just to be very clear on who you are, who you want to be, and there are very, very different styles and niches that you can, where you can thrive. Okay, module 3 is about putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, the techniques, the tools, your self-awareness to start having impactful conversation. We'll study real-world case scenarios, imposter syndromes, lack of confidence, lack of trust, people transitioning in their life, many different scenarios. And we'll share how to best help those people. We'll focus on Ikigai as well. What is it? What is your reason of being? And how can you help people find their own reasons of being? And we'll cover many team coaching, leadership coaching, different niches and different approaches. Viviane is an expert in group coaching, so she will certainly share our techniques and approach. And as mentioned before, we'll help you with the branding and marketing part as well, which is pretty unique. You don't find that in other programs, and this is very important to us because it's the #1 struggle of any coach. When you ask around you, what is your pain point? People will say finding clients, knowing who to help. So we want to help you with that. Okay, any question on this part? Any comments? Feel free to jump in. Huh? All right, so let's do a short demo of the toolbox so that you have a sense of what you will get access to. Okay, and I'm opening it as we speak. Okay, yes, it's here. Yeah, this is a demo account. Okay, so for those of you who join online, you will get access to this platform. And if you join in person, you'll get access to as well. Okay, so this is what you have access to at the moment. You can see the different classes, live classes. So there's the trainers and there's a cohort, foundation classes here and elective here. Okay, so those are the foundation classes. 4 of them, you have to do them. And the electives, so the electives, some are very, very important and we strongly encourage you to join them. Some are optional. And we can help you design your own program based on who you want to help. Okay, so this is, you can navigate and book the session. So for instance, this one, and you can just sign up. You will see what you have booked here and what you have validated here. And you will get access to the materials, to the PDF after the class. Okay, so those are the live sessions. Here is a self-study. So it's very flexible. You can watch the sessions at your own pace whenever you have time. If you miss a live session, we record it and you can watch it here as well. So again, it's very flexible. You don't have to attend all the sessions live if you can't. You have to attend at least 50% of 60 hours live. The rest can be done at your own pace. Okay, so those are the self-study. You can also use the tools. It's part of the training program. To get familiar with the tools, and we have ebooks and articles you can consult anytime and download. Viviane, yeah.
I'd like to add that one of the things that I very much appreciated about the program was that I can, we're all grown-ups and we have competing for our time. And that I was able to do it in my own time. And also the learning platform very much caters to the adult learner profile. So it's not high school, it's the assumption is that we already as learners are bringing a wealth of knowledge. And the seminars, the classes, the live classes very much reflect that. It's very interactive and we all learn from each other. It's not top down, which is very, very empowering.
Thank you very much, Viviane. Indeed, each class is 90 minutes and you have a bit of content, you have sharing, you have a bit of practice. It's extremely interactive because we strongly believe that the best way to learn is to practice, especially for coaching. Okay. So tools, I'm going to share the tools. Mentoring this is also where you can book the mentoring sessions, the group ones and the one-on-one. You can follow your dashboard here. How many hours have you done in terms of training, coaching, mentoring? You have your calendar here. You can sync it with your own calendar so you don't miss anything. You have here you can prepare for the exam, ACC exam. You have some mock exams to ace your exam. Okay, you have all the details here. And we also have a part that is a toolbox. So what is a toolbox? We've developed this toolbox separately from the certification initially. And the objective was to help coaches like us. And when I started, it was all over the place. I was using my calendar, an Excel spreadsheet to track my sessions, Word document to create questionnaires, links to tools. So it was all over the place. It was a huge pain point for me. So we decided to put all these tools in one place to simplify our lives as coaches and to have more impact, most importantly, on our clients and to help them. So this is a toolbox where you can onboard your clients. So during the training and after, if you like, you can keep this toolbox. It's a subscription model of $18.18 USD per month, which is very affordable. So you add a new client. So let's say Fong is my new client. Okay, let's just do a short demo. Fong. Okay, let's say Fong, you're my new client. I will coach you for 10 sessions of 1 hour, 60 minutes. And it's going to be free. Now, should we? Yeah, it's important to have a coaching agreement. So I'll keep the coaching agreement. I'll send it to you and you will receive Fong as my new client in your email, an agreement and a link to this platform. And So of course, this is not created yet. So let's look at an existing client of this Timo account. So Yining. Yining will have the same view. She will be able to see this dashboard. What is our big goal? How many sessions she has done? We can schedule new session and the tools. So I can send, we have more than 20 tools. So I can send tools to Yining for her to complete before our next session. So let's look at those tools. Disk, for instance, you can view the disk. So I've sent the disk and my Yining can complete the disk and she will see a profile. She can generate a full report, a PDF of more than 10 pages. So it's very convenient for you to start onboarding clients, to coach peers, and also to coach yourself. So you can get access to all those tools and we'll teach you how to use them. It's very, very handy. I use it with all my clients. I use a 360, I use a disk. Discovery question is a simple questionnaire I send before the first session. We have the 16 personality types. We have developed a strength-based assessment inspired by my by Gallup Strengths, Wheel of Life. So many different tools, and for each tools you get a PDF. Oops, sorry. Okay, this is a report. Your client is able to download this report as well. There's plenty of explanation, and it's also good for you as a coach to understand the different tools. Of course, I strongly encourage you to use them before you use for yourself, before you use them with your client. And just as a reminder, for me, the impact of a tool is not so much the results, it's more the conversation you will have when you debrief the results. So we have developed that to create amazing conversation based on different tools. Okay. Peer coaches, so tools, calendar, self-coaching. So that's simple and easy to use. Any question on this part? Any comments? Okay.
I just dropped in the chat that the platform meets HIPAA and GDPR compliancy requirements. I know this is because coaching is a confidential platform agreement with our clients. It's just, I just wanted to point out that the toolbox does meet those requirements.
Thank you, Viviane. Important indeed. All right, so let's go back to the presentation. So we are the only provider, training provider with this such platform and toolbox, and we have developed it and upgraded it based on our students, participants, and coaches' comments. So this is really your companion, I would say, during the training and also after, if you like it. Now, for whom? Who should enroll? And who's joining us? It's a question that many people ask. They want to understand who will be part of the training, who will be their peers. So, Viviane, Kaniki, if you want to share, maybe?
Yeah. Generally, when people say coach, they think, okay, I have to be like, I go for this program only if I'm in the space of coaching. I'm a space in learning and development. I'm a space in leadership development, but it's not the case. Yes, I went for the ICF event here in Vancouver in person, and I met wonderful, incredible people. Some are physicians, some are tech professionals, engineers, some are like such a variety of individuals that come from various industries and areas of expertise, and yet they all go for coaching to get that qualification with coaching because it changes your life, not only professionally, but personally. It challenges you, it makes you grow, it makes you look better, bigger, and you know it and you feel it. So I can speak from that perspective that it does not mean that you have to be in the space of HR only. It can go way beyond HR at coaching. I think it's a human skill that now everybody needs to have to get the best out of yourself and out of the people that you work and live together with.
I agree with Kaneki said. Sometimes, we enter coaching because we want to change careers, but that's not necessarily the case. It's, if you have some coaching training, your mindset is different. So you'll be a better leader on any level. Just if you have a small team, if you have a big team, if you're a CEO, it's just bringing those interpersonal skills, the communication skills, the ability to slow down and to see the other person. It doesn't matter if they are your boss or your peer or they report to you, just to be able to have those important conversations with people. In my case, it was, I had bounced around. I had found that throughout my working career in different avenues that I've been on, I was always coaching people. They were coming, we would talk, and really everything that I'd done seems to have led me down to this path. And initially, when I embarked on the coaching, my coaching journey, I guess I was a little bit unsure of where I was. I was still defining myself, but what I did rather than who I was. So I would start the conversation with, I'm a retired dentist, and I did this, and I did this, and I did this, and now I'm a coach. And now I start with, I'm a coach. This is the type of coaching that I do. And this is also what I did in the past that I'm bringing it to. And really, it's the entire journey of self-discovery. And, now I focus on who I am rather than what I do. And I'm fortunate that who I am and what I do are the same.
Wow, thank you, Viviane. Very inspiring. And I think it's a good way to explain coaching. It's really about shifting from what you do to who you are, and shifting from the doing to the being. So thank you for sharing that. That's the best way to put it, I would say. Yeah, we have in cohort amazing people from everywhere in the world, different walk of path. Yeah, amazing. I feel very lucky to be part of such a diverse community with one common goal to help others. So usually we have in a group 1/3 of people willing to become full-time coaches, 1/3 of people, I would say, who are HR managers or leaders who want to develop coaching as a skill. And we have 1/3 of people in between jobs willing to change career, not sure yet what to do. And they join to understand what to do, and they end up knowing who they are, which is pretty awesome. Viviane, you want to comment this one?
ICF recently did this survey, and that supports exactly what Geraldine said. You don't need to want to change careers. It's really a lot of people who embark on the coaching journey, excuse me, to learn how to be coaches really end up in all sorts of different avenues. But what really happens is you end up becoming a better version of whatever it is that you're doing. A better leader, a better team leader, a better boss, a better employee, a better parent, because as well as being the coach, I mentioned that we have college-age kids. I know they're grown-ups, but I'm still their parent. And the coaching mindset has impacted my interactions with them as well.
Thank you very much, Viviane. Okay, so we covered what it takes to become a coach, a certified coach. And as mentioned before, we'll help you beyond the training and the credentials. We'll help you along your journey because coaching can be lonely, and it's important to have a support system in place, and we'll be part of this support system. We'll help you with your brand, with your marketing as well, website, also how to sell, because coaches are very good at coaching, but very often they really, really don't like all this selling business approach, right? So we'll help reconcile those mindsets. And it's when you realize that actually it's not about selling, it's just about sharing your passion and being able to inspire people with what you love, it becomes much easier to sell. I will help you also with some technical aspects of social media. And Kaniki, you want to share something?
Yeah, I remember when we just finished Go Master coaching, I was, you start selling, right, your services. And I would like, Geraldine, but how much should I charge? Like, I don't know, like conversations and questions like this, because people don't know what's the range, what's like in the market, how much should I charge per hour? Is it like $50 or is it like $500? And these are really very useful, helpful questions that I think anybody who goes into coaching would appreciate. And it's a safe space. And it made a huge difference after speaking to Geraldine and a couple of other alumni peers that we've gone through the program. You gain more clarity and understanding. Okay, this is how we go about it. So yeah, just building on what you said, Geraldine.
Yeah, and the pricing question is the one that is very popular, right? It's not easy to price, but it will help you define what is the best package for you and your clients. Okay, again, ecosystem, I keep on repeating that, but network, community, especially in this world where everything becomes digital, it's very important to go back to the fundamentals and to the human connections, and we're here for you. We've developed this platform as well. We want to develop this even further, which is a coach hub, where we'll help you find clients. We have many partners all over the world. Yesterday, Kaniki was mentioning that she was participating at this amazing ICF event in Vancouver. We have partners we have worked very closely with ICF in many different chapters. We also have developed Coach Awards, which is an independent award, the Oscar of coaching, let's say it. With an independent jury panel and some prizes, and it's becoming bigger and bigger, which is cool. Why have we developed that? Is really to promote coaching. It's an unregulated industry, and we feel that there's still a lot of work to do to elevate standards, and we've decided to do that with those awards. We do connect with many people. We organize panels, webinars. We offer visibility to our alumni as well to share about their expertise, their journey. We did that recently with 2 experienced coaches focusing on startups and scale-ups, amazing profiles. We have plenty of books, resources. Now, why choose Go Master Coach if you're not yet convinced? Viviane, would you want to share?
I feel like when I shared that I'd wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to attend the classes. That says a lot for me to have done that, and also to want to come back and be part of the expansion, and also to give back, really, to give back and extend what I've learned. Also, the platform very much caters to the adult learner profile, as I mentioned, and that's very important. We as we're grown-ups, we want the flexibility. We all bring our own past, our own experiences, our own learnings. And so the platform allows everybody to learn a little bit from each other. And again, when the platform allows you to do that, you feel strongly enough within yourself to extend that to your clients, and again, become a much more impactful coach. And and the group, there are various groups of peer partners that you can find depending on which time zone you're in, because we all still need to log the 100 hours for ACC or 500 for PCC, and so the platform Go Master Coach helps with that as well, and that's incredibly important. You're muted.
On mute.
That's thank you very much. We're reaching the end of the info session. So we hope you got all the information you were looking for. If you have any questions, let us know. So those are the testimonials of people who did the training. We had really, really good feedback. Just maybe last question, how can you register? So just for you to know that we do offer a special early bird discount this month until the end of November. So you'll get 200 USD off the training if you sign up for the February session. And how to sign up? You just have to reply, to send an email or a message and say, I'm ready to sign up. And we will create an account for you and we'll send all the documents. That's pretty easy. You can also use this QR code. Okay, so any questions?
If you go away and come back and you realize there are some burning questions that you didn't ask today, please feel free to reach out. We'd be more than happy to have a phone call and answer any questions. We're covering different time zones, so between us, we can easily find something that works.
Yes, thank you very much. Indeed, feel free to ask for a one-on-one. We do offer one-on-ones after this training, this session. Do we have any question?
We must have been very clear. No questions.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much for the time sharing all of the program details. Indeed, it's really very clear, and I love how Kalinki and Aruna share all your experiences. Really very much appreciate. Yeah.
I
Thank
think
you
we
so
bring
much.
the beauty, right? Because we also diverse. Vivian brings her experience. I bring my experience. Geraldine, Fung bring their own experience. And that's the best part. It's an international, multicultural lens towards coaching. And I think we will enjoy it so much. So we're looking forward to working with you.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. It's a big world, and it's wonderful to have people from all walks of life and different parts of the world bringing in the beautiful experiences.
Thanks, Vivian. Thanks, Geraldine. Thanks, Kalinki. Thanks, Tom. Yeah.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you. Do we have any other comments or questions? Okay. So it's time to close. Any words, anything? Thank you so much, everybody. Vivian, yeah.
Thank you for those of you who woke up early for this.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. And feel free to keep in touch with us. We're happy to help and to start your journey with you. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.